there's a tension between sounding like a scold and sounding like a realist. And I just want us all to be realistic. I'm not suggesting anybody in this on this panel isn't. Everybody is. These are the people who all are the movers and shakers. But let me say something about Paris, having worked on it as hard as we all did. Paris allowed countries to come and do what they wanted to do. It was the best we could do back then, that countries signed up and said, this is what we're going to do. Everybody wrote their own plan. And they didn't really have the kind of transparency and capacity for scrutiny that we have today. But even if we did everything that was promised in Paris, folks, the Earth's temperature is going to rise to 3.7 degrees. That's where Paris left off. And that's just because the conglomeration of all the things that people were willing to do just didn't add up to what we need to do. So what I'm trying to say is we have to go to Glasgow with a view, each of us, to hold all of ourselves accountable at a time where we know so much more about what it takes. We are not only not achieving 3.7 degrees today. I mean, if you talk to Johan Rockström at the Potsdam Institute or other scientists, and we can't be cherry picking science. You can't sort of say, oh, I believe in the science of climate change, blah, 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 but then stop short when the scientists are telling you, well, here's what's going to happen if you guys don't get your act together. And so we have a responsibility here to come to Glasgow and do what we need to do. And that's why I say we have to have a genuine scrutiny and measurement of what those plans that everybody comes to are going to achieve over what period of time. China has said they're going to do something by 2060, but we don't have a clue really yet how they're going to get there. I hope we can work with China. I hope we'll be able to get China to share a sense of how we get there sooner, obviously, than 2060. And China's done a lot. I'm not insinuating they haven't, but they also are funding 70% of the coal-fired power plants around the world in the Belt and Road Initiative. So we have big challenges ahead of us here. We've got to be honest about them.